you and your help. Same time, I'm giving glory to the Most High. He's giving glory to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We're both praising him for this moment because I prayed, he listened, and we both were brought together for this particular reason, for him to help me, right? So he says, hey, you know what? How about you just come to one of my shows? And I'm like, well, what is it that you do? He says, I'm an artist. He says, I paint. And he pulled out one of his paintings from his car, and it was beautiful. And I got extremely excited because I am a new painter, and I realized that I am very good at it, and I enjoy it, and it brings me peace, right? So that made me excited, and I was like, I would definitely love to come to one of your shows. So he was telling me how also his lady has an event coming up at one of the public parks here where I live, right? So very, very excited. I'm like, yes, if I can make it, I'm definitely going to be there. Okay, so we exchanged contact information. Before I get ready to leave, he's putting everything in the car, or at least attempting to, but for whatever reason, my trunk won't open up, right? So he puts everything on the back seat. My car is not moving. I have to do all of this extra mess. My car is falling apart quicker than I can make money, okay? So there's other issues going on besides this tire. I have to go up in the hood to switch gears, blah, 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 right? So I'm doing all of this. I finally get the car started and ready to go. He's like, you know what? I'm going to stay here and watch you pull off. He says, because I want you to get home, Black Queen. He said, you make it there and you make it there safe. Make sure that you understand that this spare is just temporary, and you need to immediately go ahead and have your new tire, that stem on it, fixed so that you can go ahead and get your new tire placed back on. So I do just that. I get home. I make it all the way home, you guys. I take the street and I make it all the way home. Yes, there was some complications along the way. My car did decide to stop a couple of times. I had to pull over, blah, 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 blah. But the important part is that me and this vehicle made it home, right? Right. Okay, so I was grateful. By the time I got home, I realized that my spare was running, a little low on air. Not bad, but a little low on air. So I'm like, okay. Now, mind you, I don't have a dime to my name right now. But by the time I get home, I'm grateful, I'm blessed, I'm in that grateful energy, you know what I'm saying, showing gratitude and making sure that I let the Father know how much I appreciate what it is that he had done for me in the day, and realizing that he is trying to show me how powerful I really am, and how powerful my thoughts are. If I stay in that mindset of lack, if I stay in that impoverished mindset, then that is what I'm going to manifest. That is what is going to be in my life. That's what it's going to consist of, right? But if I transmute that negativity with positive energy, with positive thoughts, then I will manifest the positive things that I focus on, right? So ignore all of the negative and transmute that with positivity, and that's what you will manifest. So he was letting me know how powerful my thoughts are, how powerful my prayers are, and that he heard me because I changed my mindset. I realized what I was doing. And so therefore I got out of that, and I began praying, and I began seeking him, and I began trusting him, okay, to help me out of that situation. And he did. Okay. So I go to bed happy last night, right? Full of joy. Wake up this morning, had to borrow a little money, but that's okay. Wake up this morning, get to the tire place, right? They go ahead. I had about a 45-minute wait. They went ahead. They put my tire on. I'm thinking like, okay, everything's good. Problem, my car started low-key tapping last night. Okay. So it was very light last night, but today it was a little louder. Then it got a little louder. Okay. And then when I press on the gas, that engine roars, and it's like, it sounds really, really nasty, right? So I'm like a little nervous. I had an appointment that I had to get to. Very, very important appointment that I didn't want to miss. And so I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Most High is just going to bless me to make it there. I took the streets all the way there. It took me about an hour, you guys. But I did it and I made it, okay? It was a nice appointment. Everything went well, okay? The Father showed me exactly, what I needed to see. So, on the way home, my car just would shut off if I was at a red light too long. Like, it would just shut off. And then I'd have to turn around and go up under the hood and switch gears and do this whole mess all over again, right? Right in the middle of the street, hazard lights on and everything, right? So, did this a couple of times. And then finally, when it stopped again, it stops in the middle lane of the street at a red light, okay? And I'm like stuck. My car is stuck in reverse. The gear is stuck in reverse. Now it says drive, but it is stuck in reverse, you guys, and my car shut off. I cannot turn my car back on because it is not in the correct gear. So now I'm sitting here with my foot on the brake. If I if I lift my foot up off the brake a little bit, my car is sliding back and I'm on an incline. Okay? My car stopped at a red light on an incline in reverse. Okay? So I can't take my foot off this brake. I'm low-key starting to low-key starting to panic because I don't know what to do. I'm stuck by myself. I can't get out this car to switch the gear like I need to in order to start the car, because if I take my foot off the brake, I'm going in reverse, okay? So I'm sitting here trying to find anything in the car that I can that's heavy enough to step on this dang on brake, but there's nothing in the car that's heavy enough, so I'm stuck. Had no choice but to call my soon-to-be ex-husband because, well, he's literally just maybe 20 minutes away from the location where my car got stuck. So I call him. He walks to me. It takes him about 30 minutes. He goes ahead, he switches the gear. We get the car moving, right? As the car is moving off and on, my car shuts off on the way to the auto store. He says the car needs oil bad, like it's empty. There's nothing in here. Okay, so we're on our way to the store. Like I said, the car's shutting off multiple times and everything. We finally get it close enough before it got to the point where it just wouldn't start anymore, right? Like it's been pulled over. So we get out. We only had like maybe a 10-minute walk to the auto store. We get to the auto store, purchase what I need to purchase, get back to the car, put the oil and everything in the car, put the other item that was needed to put in the car, right? So we're letting the engine run for a while, thinking that, okay, maybe this car finally start quieting down because that's all it needed, right? No, turns out I jacked up my motor, you guys. Like, my motor is so jacked up. But then again, at the same time, my car is very, very old. It's 2009, okay? I've been working on this car and replacing parts since I purchased it. So I pretty much bought two brand new cars with all the work that I've been putting into this car. But anyways, like I said, it's just still making that nasty rattling noise, right? And except there's a clinking noise going along with it. And it's like, oh my goodness, what is going on? So we get in the car, takes like a little minute, but we finally get the car to start up, okay? We're on our way to drop him off, hoping that I can make it back home with the car, okay? But it wasn't happening. It got to the point now where the car is stopping every block and a half, 2 blocks, shutting itself off, having to pull over to the side. It shuts itself off, okay? We finally make it to the block where he lives, okay? And it shuts off right as we turn the corner. But that's okay. We're finally close enough to the curb. It's parked, whatever, okay? Car doesn't want to start at all. He tries because he wants it in front of the house. It will not start. It's not doing anything. Like, it's just, it's done, okay? We realize that my motor died. My car's dead, y'all. Now, the difference between yesterday versus today, because I realized yesterday was a test, but today was a redo of the exact same test, okay? Yesterday, I was being tested on my faith and my trust in my Father, okay? That's what yesterday was about. And I did. I allowed myself to get discouraged. I allowed myself to have that impoverished mindset, and I allowed myself to get into that for a minute. But the important part is that I caught myself and I came out of it, and I began to pray to my Father and ask him for help. And that's the reason why he answered, okay? And he sent me help. Anyways, today was a redo. He said, okay, yesterday you semi-passed. But if you want to move forward in life and you really want to step into that new chapter, because everything that I'm leaving behind in that old chapter that I'm closing out, you guys, he said everything that was taken away from you, I'm going to give you back, but it's going to be brand new. Brand new. Do you guys hear me? Brand new. I'm not coming into my new chapter with anything old. Okay? So he says, I'm going to test you again today. We're going to see if you trust me fully today. We're going to see if you allow yourself to get upset, frustrated, irritated, distressed today. Okay? And I'm proud to say, y'all, I didn't. I did not. I was calm. I remained calm the whole time. Yeah, there was moments of little frustration, but not to where I had any outbursts, not to where I turned around and questioned anything. I know and I knew that my father was going to have it, okay? And my motor went out. And you know what? I didn't even stress about that because he wanted to know, are you going to trust me? Or are you going to turn around and you're going to continue to stress out? Because he said, pay attention to every time you've been in a bind and I've bailed you out. Every time you've been in a situation that could have gone wrong or could have been worse for you, but I turned around and right on time, in the nick of time, I blessed you. And you didn't have to worry about it anymore. He said, but the problem was, you guys, yes, he has bailed me out many times, but every time a new situation came along, I allowed myself to get stressed out, trying to figure out, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Oh my goodness, but what if this happens? What if that happens? No. It was about fully, totally, and completely trusting in him this time. And I did that. I passed today, y'all. My car went out, and I didn't worry about, oh my goodness, how am I going to get to work? There's no bus running early enough for me to be able to get to work. I didn't worry about, oh my goodness, I don't have the money. I just spent my last putting this oil in this dang on car. How am I going to be able to Uber or Lyft myself to work so that I can at least catch a bus home, right? I didn't worry about any of that because you know what I told myself? I know the Father got me, and I know he's going to work it out. And I know that he's going to make a way out of no way at all. And I also know that my new car is coming. I claim it and I receive it in the name of my Savior, Yahushua. Okay? I'm telling you, my blessings are coming, y'all. I just wanted to share that word with you all for today because that was my testimony on my faith and my test of how I passed today. So yes, I may be vehicleless, but that's okay. That is okay because my Father's going to make a way out of no way at all. Well, that's all I wanted to give you all for today. I love you. I thank you. I appreciate you all for stopping by for another video. I thank you so much for those of you who are new. Thank you. Welcome. I appreciate you, and I hope you continue to watch. For those of you who fall off, it's okay. I appreciate you still, and I wish you well as you move forward. Thank you, guys. I love you. I'm Darash Israel. I'm sending you peace, love, and light. Mwah. Goodbye.